Hello, everybody.
Hey, ho,
Welcome.
hi.
Welcome to Middle Grade Monthly. As you can see today, I am joined by a creepy teddy bear that goes
Hi.
by the name of Gav.
Yeah, I played Buddy in the They Threw Us Away movie. I was the main character in that movie.
It just fits so well. Like your arms are in line with the legs of the. You just. What does Gav look like? A creepy teddy bear is the answer to that one.
Hey, can you see me?
Oh, you're
I'm
back.
back.
You're
I'm
back.
back.
Did you freeze? I thought you were just standing really still.
Oh no. No, I was like, I'm sick of this. My thighs are burning. It's almost like, when me and you were next to each other and I had to bend down. It was like that. My thighs were burning.
I'm sorry about that.
It's all good. You made me some lovely TEAs and just being just a general amazing, gracious host. So thank you so much. It's the least I could do was wear my thighs. I miss you. I miss you. Honestly, it was literally just like 8 hours ago I was with you because my train was 1:30. So yeah, 8 hours ago I was right there with you.
8 hours ago we were touching.
We were touching in a very appropriate way, by the way, everyone. This is Middle Grade Monthly. This is an appropriate
Very appropriate.
Yeah.
Always, Tracy.
Always. Mild mustard. Well, you kind of like the hot one as well, don't you?
I do like the hot mustard. I just prefer like deli style mustard to English mustard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yes.
Hi, Cece. Fancy seeing you here. Nice to see you. How have you been?
Haven't seen Cece in so long.
Yeah, been a while. Hey.
Wow.
Oh, who else came from Jade's stream?
Yeah. Me actually. Yeah, me. I was watching.
Yeah, funnily enough, me too. I was there.
Shut the front door. No, you weren't. I didn't see you there.
I was lurking.
You were lurking.
I wasn't too active in the chat, but I was lurking.
Okay, I believe you.
Anyway. Yeah. It's November, but this is October's Middle Grade Monthly.
Oh yeah. Oops.
We didn't want to. No, it wasn't an oops. We read it ages ago. It was just not wanting to clash on a weekend with lots of people's like Halloween activities and live shows and stuff. So we pushed ourselves into the first weekend of November to chat about our spooky October read. Because They Threw Us Away.
By Daniel France.
I don't know how much we're going to have to say about this.
Yeah, we did also read it very quickly. Not only did we read it a little while ago now, we also read it very quickly.
We did. There is a reading race for this if you wanted to actually see us read it and our experiences while reading it, if you didn't catch that. And the race was on Gavin's channel. So feel free to go and check that out if you fancy it. But before we get into talking about the spooky October pick, Gavin, would you like to tell us about November's pick?
No. Oh. I do. It's fine. I will talk about this one, but at the same time, also, I mean, I do forget a lot about what happened, but I do remember it's a young girl. She was living with her aunt and uncle, who weren't the nicest of people. They end up sending her to Winter House, which is under that beautiful dust flap that Jade's opening. Jade, open that flap up again. Yeah. Right, keep your flaps open. Keep your flaps open. Yeah, they're beautiful. So now you can visualize that's Winter House. That's the house that our main character has to go and live in. And she finds this book of puzzles that kind of helps her with the puzzles and mysteries of Winter House. It's fantastic. Oh gosh, I told you to keep those flaps open, Jade. I didn't tell you to go in your flaps.
But I got in the flaps.
You're in the flaps.
I'm just in the flaps. Can you
You're
see?
in the... I can kind of see you. Yeah, I can. You're inside the house. Wow. Jade just teleported inside Winter House.
Look through the top.
It's almost a little bit like a Lemony Snicket thing that you're doing there with the eye, with the series of unfortunate events, just the eye, like.
I'll get out of the book.
Yeah, get out your flaps.
But yeah, this edition is...
I know.
Anyway, sorry, continue telling us what it's about. I'll get out my flaps.
I think I pretty much summarized it from what I remembered personally. It was literally just a girl finds a book of puzzles in Winter House, and they help her to unlock the mysteries of Winter House. Maybe somebody has a better summary, I think.
The back of it says, a lavish hotel, a family secret, a book of puzzles, and a veil of magic.
Oh, it doesn't just sound right up your street?
It does. But yeah, Winter House by Ben. Is it Gutterson or Gutterson?
I keep saying Gutterson because it rolls off my tongue better, but it might be the other one.
Ben Gutterson. There we go. That is our November pick. And yes. Are you doing a? Would you like to promote that too while we're here?
Yes. I mean, there's no date confirmed yet, but we are going to be not reading racing it. We're not going to race it. We are going to have a Winter Wonderland live show for Believe-a-thon, where me and Jade are going to be reading this one to stop the freeze that's happening in the land of Make Believe-a-thon. To stop it, you have to read a wintry, frosty book and cozy up with, a nice hot chocolate or a tea and all of those things to, stop the freeze from taking over the land of Make Believe-a-thon. So that will be announced relatively soon. I'm just working out some of the dates. But me and Jade are going to be doing it. We're going to be reading Winter House for it. So if you want to save it for that, if you want to save it to read it with us, then please do. But we're not racing it. So Cece, we are not racing it. So
it's not a race.
It's not a race because Cece would win.
Yes.
To be fair, and Jess would probably win as well, and Pris would come pretty close behind, but Pris wouldn't actually read it. What were the colours of the bears again? To be fair, we can't even remember the colours of the bears anymore.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
But yeah, and as people are saying in the comments to is it a standalone? It is a trilogy.
Yeah.
Is it a series or a trilogy? I think it's a 3-book.
A 3-book series, yeah. Unless he does more of them in the future, which maybe you will, maybe you won't. Who knows?
And was there rumor of you doing a Winter House along?
Oh yes! Oh my gosh, yes! I almost forgot about that. Thank you for the reminder. Is Danny here? If Danny isn't here, I swear, this was made for Danny.
Well, I haven't seen Danny shout about it, so I don't think she's here.
Honestly, we do all of this for Danny. Oh wait, hang on. We're talking about they throw us away. I thought we were about to talk about Winter. Oh my god.
Well, no, we haven't.
No, I haven't read this one yet. I apologize to Danny. Danny, if you are watching or lurking, I apologize. But yes, there is a Winter House along, so we're reading the first book for Middle Grade Monthly in November. But we'll be reading book 2 in December and book 3 in January. But that one's not part of Middle Grade Monthly. It's just like a kind of, we do like to start people off with a series. Like we did Lockwood and Co. We did Murder Most Unladylike. We did things that people can continue on themselves. But if anybody wants to join us, yeah. But we're going to, it's a low-key one. Jade can join in as well if she would love to. If she likes Winter House, she might not like Winter House. Who knows?
We'll see how we go with the first book.
Yeah.
And also, welcome back to Pris doing her moderator duties.
Yes, we love and miss you, Pris.
This is her first one back as a mod for Middle Grade Monthly. So follow the links to get your copy of Winter House if you need one.
Yay.
You are very welcome.
We do like it when people discover their new favorite middle grades, or just a favorite, or even just the series they enjoy.
My mum has binged all of them.
Wow. She is fantastic. Honestly, what a woman.
Yeah.
What a woman.
She may be small.
But she might be.
But she is mighty. And Chris is indeed back. Right. Shall we? Shall we
what?
Shall we try and make some sort of coherent conversation out of this?
Kind of. I mean, I will start this off by saying I might be in the minority here, but I did like it. I didn't love it. I thought I was going to fall head over heels in love with it because I was expecting something else.
Yeah.
But I did like it, and I will read the second book. But I know a lot of people are saying they're not going to. So
that surprises me that you're.
I would read the second one. Yeah, I mean, probably not soon, but I would read the second one.
I will not.
Well, bye. See you later. Bye.
Well, okay. So we can just talk about how much I didn't like it because Gavin doesn't want to be here anymore.
No. Oh wait, hang on, it's Middle Grade Monthly. I'm sorry.
Family friendly.
Family friendly. Sorry.
I just came out of this book more confused and baffled than going into it. And I was already pretty confused going into it because I didn't really know what to expect. But I was expecting Teddy's with a vengeance.
Yeah.
And that's not what we got.
No, it was definitely Teddy's with a vengeance. I mean, because it more so, right? This is just a whole, I think, book problem is in like how it's been marketed and packaged because the title of it says they throw us away, which kind of holds some kind of like bitterness or resentment to whoever threw them away. But when you read the summary, it doesn't really, it just says that they're trying to get back home. It doesn't really say that they're going to get vengeance for it, but the title indicates that there is some spite to it.
Not even just the title. I think what really messes this book up is the illustration.
Oh yeah. Also yes, yeah.
Because the illustrations are spooky. Like they are they are scary. They look sinister. I mean, let me just find that.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's freaky.
That's a Teddy in armor with a knife.
Yeah, a big
and
ass sword.
And that Teddy doesn't want vengeance. And the answer is that no, that Teddy doesn't want vengeance. But the illustration suggests
it does. Yeah, you're right. Definitely not that. It does, because we've mentioned this before. I think after we read it, we were like, "What is this aimed at?" Because there is a sinister tone. So the illustrations do match some of the sinister tone, but I couldn't wrap my head around what this book wanted to do or where it was going. But it definitely did disturb me a bit. Like if we're going to talk spoilers, I don't know can we talk about spoilers at the minute?
I think there's a little bit more non-spoilery to say.
Well, gosh damn, how dare you? How dare you?
I just really want to emphasize, as I say, my confusion in I don't know who this book was written for.
Oh, yeah.
Because we thought it was a middle grade.
Yeah.
We still believe it's a middle grade.
I still think it is, but I don't know if I would recommend it to every middle grader.
But something about it just feels very off the mark in all sorts of regards. Like it's not quite right for a middle grade. It's definitely not a YA. It doesn't fit for adult. It's just very murky. I don't know.
No, I agree with that. That's why I feel like it's a little bit of a hard one to talk about because I don't want to criticize it for doing what it's probably supposed to do right. Yeah. Because it probably does, but at the same time, for me, is when I read this, I was confused. But I did like it. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. It is a middle grade, but the author writes adult horror. That could explain the murky, not quite either correctly vague. And this is a good review here as well. Too scary for middle grade, too dull for adult.
Yeah.
Where does it go?
But definitely still not young adult.
Yeah.
But I think the author also works with Guillermo del Toro, I think, or something, who does a lot of atmospheric, creepy films and stuff. So yeah, you do just get a mishmash of I think it's like it doesn't know its identity. I don't know if maybe the second book kind of helps with that and puts it more into a box, but I just can't picture this one. I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah. So star ratings overall before we get into spoiler territory. I gave it 2.
I think I gave it 3. I think mine worked out with a 3 when I put it through Copile.
Yeah. Work at a bookstore and we shelve it as 9 to 12.
But it's a weird one. It is. 12 and up.
12 and up. Definitely not for a 9-year-old. 4 stars here. Oh.
Yes.
So there were people that enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That need you guys to be pretty vocal in the chat, I think.
Yes. Make sure that you say exactly what it is you love about it, because I feel like I was going to say I agree with Tracy, but I think I will be reading the next one. Just because I am intrigued. I liked the story. It wasn't anything like I'd read, and there were some moments that really did get under my skin a bit. And I thought, oh, and we do like dark middle grade, don't we, Joe? This was still a bit like, hey, oh, like, I've got a couple examples, so when we talk spoilers, I will bring them up. But yeah, I was just like, oh, hey, I know, I'll use these as bookmarks, because I'm just holding the book open like this, and I'm like, hey, I don't want to lose my place.
Use your bookmarks.
I'm using my bookmarks.
3 and not continuing. I'm assuming those of you that gave it 4 stars will continue.
Yeah.
I definitely won't. Yeah.
If I like the second book so much more, I will let you guys know. I'll let you guys know if it's worth reading. But I'm interested to see where it goes. I just didn't expect it to go where it went.
Yeah, especially because that ending could have been very closed, end of story.
Yeah.
And then it just wasn't.
Yeah. It was
creepy and weird, and it was. Yeah. I almost feel like I was expecting really scary, and it wasn't really scary. Like, I either wanted it to go one way or the other. Like, I either wanted it to be terrifying, like, because I told you I was scared of reading it because I thought it was going to terrify me. Yeah. And it just, like, from my expectations, it just went all the way down to not quite, like, fluffy. It's not fluffy, but, like, it's just not, the gauge isn't reading, you know?
I think what the reason why, because I didn't find it scary, but I did find it disturbing. And there was
disturbing.
I think disturbing is like the better word for it, because I wasn't scared, but I think what the struggle with this one probably is because our main characters are teddy bears, and it's like you have that cuteness and kind of the safety of a teddy bear and what they're supposed to make you feel like. And I think what I liked about it was that we have this perceived idea of these teddy bears, or I mean, not from the illustrations, from the covers. We thought they would be possessed and trying to get vengeance and stuff. But like, when you think of teddy bears, you think you can like snuggle them at night and they will keep you safe from like monsters and things. But then you read this and then you have these teddy bears kind of, I mean, it's not outwardly spoilery, but they do some things that kind of make you go a little bit like, oh, wait, hang on. I would not picture a teddy bear doing this. Even though, like, obviously I don't picture them going around a dump and stuff and, you know, being alive. But it's just like, but they end up doing things that they have to do in order to survive. And
and that is kind of a focal point, isn't it? Once we learn about, like, the teddy bear's vision of themselves and then what they have to do to survive and kind of destroy their own innocence as they go.
Yeah, which is almost like, it's almost like an adult theme, because you see that in things like The Walking Dead, you know, and like that's how I would associate it. Like I would say, like,
it's almost like an adult theme for some sort of coming of age, like in order to survive and get on with your life, you have to make sacrifices that are you are not as good a person as you want to be or think you are.
Which is kind of something that was really interesting, but at the same time, I feel like the balance for me was something that I just didn't work sometimes. I thought, you know, but I will say there were some moments in this that I think really have stuck with me, and I think I will remember some of these moments. And if I ever do like a most disturbing scenes in middle grade books, like there would be definitely one or two scenes.
There is one that definitely springs to my mind involving a rat.
Oh, you might have to remind me on that one, because I'm thinking of maybe 2 or 3 other moments.
Okay. I'm sure that's probably about all we can say spoiler free without delving too deep into like particular scenes and stuff. It was mainly just not quite what we expected or where we expected. It was a very murky place.
Yes.
Felt he was trying too hard. The narrator did a good job though. Okay.
Maybe I'll listen to the audiobook of the second one then. Oh, it's okay. I mean, I character-wise, I was thinking, I kind of want these, especially Buddy. Like Buddy was so cute. Like you just wanted to be, I don't know, like wanted everyone to be safe and things, and horror Toy Story vibes. Yeah, expect me a little Toy Story.
Okay. Are we happy to go into spoiler territory?
Yes, I am.
Yeah? Okay, this is your spoiler warning then. If you haven't read They Throw Us Away and you are worried about spoilers, now is your opportunity to leave. Okay.
Done. Okay, so, I mean, first of all, like, I really did love the way it started and things. It kind of started with some, like, a bit of action. We had the, like, Buddy waking up and kind of not sure what's going on, and we didn't really know what was going on. And then, you know, we meet the cast of characters, but then they start getting picked off one by one almost. And I think the first scene where I was a little bit like, oh my gosh, was when Horace was kind of, like lifted
over seagulls and
and when you see the illustration as well with like his like stuffing coming out of him, it's almost like his insides. His insides are falling out and stuff, and you know that you'll probably never ever see him again and he's dead. Like that was kind of the first moment where I was like a bit, oh, okay, that was unexpected, but I liked it. And then I think it doesn't top the moment where Sugar pulled out her eyes.
Yeah,
like,
dead rat. That's the scene I was thinking about, the dead rat, and she pulls her eyes out.
Oh, yeah. And you just see, like, I've got the illustration here, actually. It's like that one there. And it's just, and then the line is, she torn her eyes off. And it's just that line, the delivery of that line. It's she torn her eyes off. It's so blunt, so graphic. Torn. She didn't just take them off, she tore them off. You know, and I was just like, this is when I started to feel like, oh, maybe this isn't quite middle grade. But also, I was digging it. I was digging that vibe. Yeah. But I was scared for the characters. If we're going to talk about characters first, I was scared for the characters. I think what this book did good was that it kept the danger kind of real-ish, like for this world, because obviously the teddy bears are tiny compared to everything else around them. And, you know, getting to the store and, you know, seeing the other teddy bears and the like kind of dumpster thing. And I did feel scared for the characters. I didn't think all of it, especially when Horace got flown away.
Yeah, there was definitely that risk factor of they're not all going to make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that, again, added to the atmosphere. I agree with Nina. One of the best things this book did was atmosphere. But again, I'm confused because I wasn't sure, like, who to recommend this to or what this
Another piece I think that was a little bit terrifying was when Sugar was going to, like, sacrifice herself to Mads.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, yeah. And did they all, like, tear Mads apart as well?
They tore Mads apart after Buddy kind of lost it. Or they all kind of lost it and then tore them to shreds. And then
Mads is like, please don't, like, tear me apart and stuff. And then they still do it anyway. It's just, because she said, I'll tell you where it is.
They brutally murdered this other teddy. And then as soon as they'd done it afterwards, they all kind of had that reflection of what sort of monsters have we turned into.
Yeah. Which I like
that.
They
didn't need to do that.
No, like you never would have expected them to do that.
Yeah.
And I liked that, which is why, again, I'm quite looking forward to seeing what disturbing things will happen in the second one.
Yeah.
I wonder if it maybe ups the ante, maybe. But like after that moment, again, I was speechless, and I was just thinking, well, okay, am I supposed to root for these characters now, or be afraid of them? Because I don't know this one.
Perhaps why they then don't get their forever sleep, like they've become monsters.
Yes. Oh, potentially. Like they don't deserve their forever sleep because they've done something so horrific. So potentially, not just eye gouging in the middle.
And murder. Is this a middle grade? This is what we mean about it being kind of murky. Like, supposedly. I was also just thinking, if this author is predominantly an adult horror author, read this book with the teddies as people.
Oh no, it's definitely not middle grade then.
Like, I think this is almost like the plot of a pretty gruesome horror
movie. Yeah.
In order to make it appropriate for kids, it's just like, well, replace the people with teddy bears and replace the guts and gore with stuffing.
Yeah. You know what? That might actually be what he was going for. That might be what he was going for. It would make more sense.
Especially with the gouging out of the eyeballs and the illustrations having the stuffing like coming out of the eyeballs. Like, just don't imagine because it's gross, but also imagine that as, heck, replace the teddy bears with kids.
Yeah.
The one being ripped to shreds by birds, like, that would have been like innards falling out. You know what I mean? Like,
and then when they're tearing up, when they're ripping apart Mads, you know, that's a human.
It's like the victims of some sort of slasher thing, like trying to get back and then realizing themselves that they've turned into
killers.
Yeah. So many questions.
Oh my gosh, there would be, yes. So many questions. I feel like maybe he has done an interview where he explains it, and maybe we would understand it better, but at the same time, I'm just, I am intrigued, but the thing is, I am just so intrigued. Like, I didn't love it. I'm so intrigued.
Yeah.
So intrigued.
In a way, I am, but I just didn't enjoy it enough for that. Like, as I say, 2 stars for me. But on reflection, considering how long ago we did read it, like, there are some bits that do stick with you, and its atmosphere was pretty impressive. I just the murkiness I can't get past.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Just but I mean, did you feel like you liked the characters though, like what we did get? Because I felt like some of them did have like
No.
a character. Did you not like them?
I don't think I liked any of them.
I think I started off like
I don't know if you're supposed to or not, though.
Maybe not by the end.
No.
Maybe not by the end, but I did feel for like
Sugar mostly.
Sugar mostly. Buddy at the start, but then he definitely started to go a little bit like downhill. But Sugar definitely. I feel like Sugar was like probably like my heart broke for Sugar, and I just wanted to wrap her up, quite honestly.
Yeah, and she tried so hard to preserve that innocence in her. And yeah, like her little fake tiara and ripping her eyeballs out and then trying to sacrifice herself.
Yeah.
To Mads.
So selfless.
Also, I did sort of enjoy the stories about the original ones.
The original ones. You may have to refresh my memory.
One of the teddy bears was telling stories about the original teddy bear and the original ones.
Oh, yes. Yeah, like the story within the story, and then mother and things, and then the original teddy getting jealous of the other teddies and trying to manipulate. Yeah, that was good. I like that. I like those stories.
Yeah, I did like that. This is interesting. The sequel is called They Stole Our Hearts.
So
do we take that literally as their little hearts that the silk hearts that they've got?
Yeah, that must be it. But I'm excited to like learn more about the they from the thing, because I did think it was passed on, but it's obviously not.
And we never know what was written on that memo about why they were all shredded and thrown in the bin.
Is it because they're really evil and they have killer tendencies and then they turn into Chucky?
Yeah. They come to life and they're murderous little beasts.
Where do I got one?
Destroy them.
Yeah.
Proto
was very manipulative.
Oh yeah, I think that was the whole point of him, wasn't it?
Yeah, in a cutesy way though, because you could say that Proto was having a hard time sharing the affection of, was she called Mother? Like, did they just call her Mother? And
the Mother, yeah.
The Mother. And you could, it's kind of very, reflective of, I guess, single parents with an only child, and then they get more children in that environment. It's like, I do see the parallel to that, and seeing this bit of attention and how jealous they became of that. And it's a very, that was an interesting thing as well, I think.
Yeah. But then how his affection kind of swapped sides as well. And how he tricked the mother into keeping the original ones and giving them names and loving them as well. So, yeah, his affection moved around.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, yes. But it was interesting to follow too. Like, one thing you can't say about this book is that it was not boring. It had a lot going for it.
Yeah, it was a quick read. I don't think it was boring. Yeah. But besides the atmosphere and the general creepiness, I don't think I can remember or take much more from it.
Yeah, there's not because I don't even think I had that many feelings on it. Like, there were definitely, as I said, those moments I had feelings towards. I was like, okay, these were good moments, but overall, I don't think I took a whole lot from it.
Yeah.
Which is such a shame. Like, honestly, I was looking at this and thinking, this is going to be great. And maybe it just needs a couple more reads when my expectations aren't as high.
Maybe. But yeah, atmosphere was definitely, I think, its strongest point.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say about the writing of it.
It's hard, that one, because you don't know what he was writing towards. And
because of that murkiness. Yeah, as I say, if I replace the teddy bears with kids, that's terrifying. So is the writing clever in the way that it's taken a horrifying story and made it kind of vaguely just touching on weird and uncomfortable? Like, is that clever, or is that because it doesn't sit right anywhere kind of a miss? I don't know.
Is it clever or is it confusing? Because I feel like we're a little bit confused.
I'm confused not only on the book, but on my opinions on the book, because I don't know if it was intentional or not.
Or if we've just missed something entirely. But I feel like the majority, I mean, there were a few people who liked it, which is fantastic. But I feel like the majority of us who read it for this book club, the purpose of this book club, could agree that we were a little bit confuzzled.
A little bit confuzzled.
It's a little bit confuzzled. But definitely not one of my favourite ones that we've picked from Middle Grade Monthly.
Oh, yeah, no.
But it was, you know, it was good for October, though. It's like, it has those vibes. And I think, writing style-wise, if we want to tie it to logic, I felt like the writer did such a good job at making this world to these teddies believable. Like, I could believe that these teddies were in danger and that they were heading towards a goal, and having this kind of little bit of backstory put in with the mother and things and Proto, it made it feel that little bit more real. So I would say that writing and logic were good, but I just don't know. I don't know if I'm like, I don't know if I'm missing things. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely could feel that danger, though, especially on their initial journey through the trash lands when they're staying in the oven. Like, the vibes of that, I think I liked it most at that point.
Yeah, it was after that it kind of lost it a bit for me.
And that was when Sunny kind of first loses it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's when she gets the knife and the armor, and we've got that disturbing illustration of her. And she loses the plot pretty quickly.
Yeah,
becomes quite aggressive.
I'm hearing music.
Yeah, that's Brian. I'm sorry.
Why did the entire time I've been at yours, he never played music this time? Why is it when I'm gone? Fireworks as well, right outside your house.
It's very possibly because Jake told him I had a guest until Saturday evening, so he's been respectful until Saturday evening.
I was going to say I should like him for it, but at the same time, I'm like, we could have had a party. We could have had a party with Brian.
We'd have had a party. But yeah, I think I liked that whole bit most. And then there was the teddy bear with the one leg as well, who had tried to make the journey before and then ended up back in the trash heaps, and then kind of joined them again for a little while before again perishing.
Yeah, so like it wasn't all these little things in the world that were built up. I see Kelly's mentioned about the endless sleep was confusing, or wanting endless sleep. I can imagine that it was just trying to, or at least Daniel Krauss was trying to make it so that obviously teddy bears, the things that we do sleep with and, you know, cuddle and all of that. So it makes sense that they wouldn't be alive all the time. And this endless sleep is something that would probably try to explain how, like, because he probably, if this is for middle grade, if this is for a middle grade audience, Daniel Krauss probably wants the kids who are reading this to believe that, you know, these teddy bears can be alive and can move around and things. But the only way to believe that is that the teddy bears that they have or they own aren't awake and they can't like move around. So it's like kind of a way to explain.
They're loved and have.
They're loved, yeah. So these are kind of like unloved teddy bears, and until they're loved, that's when they kind of become what they're supposed. Because their goal, their purpose is to comfort like kids and or adults or anybody who wants a teddy bear. So that's what I feel like the endless sleep or whatever it was called was for, and that's why they wanted it, because that's what they were built for. That's what they were made for. Oh my gosh, this is such a good song.
Yeah, why didn't they get that endless sleep?
Yeah,
at the end?
Because they're monsters.
Yeah, is it because
And
they're
naughty?
monsters? They don't deserve it. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
They've done
that's
too
all.
much.
Does that mean they'll have to stay awake forever and ever? Would you like to stay awake forever?
Would you like to live forever?
Which is kind of a bit of a what's the word? Hopeless kind of ending for them, and I kind of like that as well, which is why I kind of want to read the sequel. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many books there's going to be on this one as well.
The list of rules that bears could not do was a bit weird. I don't remember what was in it.
Yeah, me too. Can you remind us, Tracy? Is it right at the front? Let's just do a reading race for it right now. Let's start right now and go. Finished. Damn, I beat you. Oh, you got it.
Teddies do snuggle, cuddle, nap, and sleep. Teddies don't talk, walk, get in trouble, be mean.
That makes sense to me.
And that's all they do the entire time is talk, walk, get in trouble, and be mean.
Which is probably, again, why they didn't get their endless sleep, because they've been breaking the rules for the entire book. They're rule breakers. Oh, but yeah, you're right. Sorry, Tracy said they were a bit weird, not confusing. Yeah, they are a bit weird.
Yeah.
But again, I think it adds to the weird vibe of this. I love how Sunny is like, aren't snuggle and cuddle the same thing? And like nap and sleep are are different, but almost the same. Oh, it's forever sleep, not endless sleep. It's forever sleep. But yeah, but that's the thing though. There's like lots of conflicting things in this book, like conflicting tone, conflicting ideas, and like those rules are a little bit conflicting. But it just. Yeah, if they can sleep, why do they want endless sleep? Yeah, I guess that's also true. Yeah. Oh, actually, I didn't think of that. If they can sleep, why do they want endless sleep? Maybe it's because they keep waking up. I don't know.
I think they want endless sleep because it's like the goal of a teddy.
Yeah, yeah, their life mission.
Keep the crowd safe, and they know that is their purpose in life.
Yeah, and it's been achieved, and it's probably what I don't just want sleep. I want a relaxing sleep. I want a sleep that revives me, Jade. I don't want just like 4 hours at night and then wake up still tired the next day. I want an actual sleep. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's also one. If they aren't real teddy bears, the illustrations are misleading. If they aren't, I feel like they are real teddy bears on there. Like they're not like fake monsters in teddy bear costumes, right?
No, they are teddy bears.
Well, also, does it have something to do with the mother selling the business of teddies to someone else who may not be doing things as they should be done? Maybe it's also just stems from the fact that mother gave these teddies away, as in they threw us away almost. Like these teddies are revolting because the original mother rejected them for money. Essentially, I mean, obviously she struggled with the idea of it, and it was Proto who kind of, supported her decision. But at the same time, it's the idea of it.
What was up with the store manager?
Oh,
because the store manager knew something. Like he knew that they were running around and like alive and stuff. Like the things he was saying about like getting them and chopping them up and stuff. And then didn't he end up like crying in a ball on the floor or something? Like
something like that. Yeah.
What was up with that store manager? Was perhaps the store manager the guy in the suit that bought the original like recipe I don't know what I mean, recipe for the teddy bears?
Yeah.
and then realized like what a mistake it was for the fact that they all came alive, and that's why he then started chopping them all up and stuff. Because I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either, but you know, I think this would work so much better as a film. Not gonna lie, because there was also, you know, when the people are taking the trash out when Buddy's separated from the other ones, like the other ones go their separate way, and then the trash guy comes along with a steak thing. It's like another teddy. It's like there's so many teddies that have been escaping or thrown away like around this store, and that makes me think of things like Little Nightmares and like that kind of vibe, because you know it just adds to the idea that there's just so much more going on here, and we're only just scratching the surface of it. You know, like there's so many like teddies escaping or kind of keep getting caught and brought back to this store and all of this kind of things that's going on. I do really want to know why. I don't know.
This is interesting. Parallel with religion is you have to follow the rules to go to paradise.
That is also very interesting.
Do all the things they're not supposed to do so they don't get forever sleep. Yeah.
And it's almost a bit like Mother is Eve and Proto is Adam, and they gave the, you know, teddies away and stuff, and it's like, this is you going off and having to live your own or do your own thing. And obviously that kind of what is it? Yeah, kind of, yeah. You could get very biblical with that, I guess. I didn't think of it like that before, but it makes sense.
It does. And the sleep is better than death.
Oh my god, yeah. Or tearing your own eyes out, or getting torn apart by other teddies. I wonder what happened to Mads then, you know, all torn apart and stuff. Like, does that mean that Mads got forever sleep, or
Mads
is she just like dead and
dead or dead?
Would forever sleep not be like almost like dead? Almost.
I don't know.
Oh god, like honestly, there's just so many questions. Maybe I should interview the author. But make sense of it, please.
Tell us what we're supposed to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like, you know, the more we talk about it, actually, the more I want to read the second one.
To be fair, same. Like the more I think back on the confusion and how actually deep it was.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I needed you to like bounce things off me for me to feel more inclined. I did say like in the beginning that I wanted to read it, but I wasn't sure when. It wasn't a priority. But now I'm like, maybe December, maybe.
It wouldn't take much to read.
It wouldn't. We could read race.
We could race it.
We could race it. Oh. So I'm just grabbing my charger.
It's like he's trying to do Chucky. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the second book was already out, but maybe. Okay, so I did see it on Amazon. I thought it came out in September, but it hasn't been available on Amazon. So maybe it has been pushed back to January 2022 because it has been unavailable. I just thought it was out. They stole our hearts.
How evil.
Oh yeah. So it must have been pushed back to January 11th, 2022. Damn.
Wow.
I need to add that to my spreadsheet. Don't mind me.
Don't mind Gavin messing with his spreadsheets.
You know me.
But yeah, the ending was definitely curious. And then you've got all of them ripped up teddies. Like, were they all alive?
Were they? Interesting stuff. What is there? Who illustrated this? It was Ravina Kai, I think. I'm not sure because it just says jacket art copyright Ravina Kai, but usually it says illustrations.
Illustrations copyright Ravina Kai.
Ravina Kai, okay. Brill. Because I thought Ravina Kai did a fantastic job still. Like, I bet you they got this like manuscript and were like, do something with this. And she was like, okay.
Yeah. The illustrations fit the atmosphere so well.
so well.
But I just don't know if they fit the story, because it makes them look like they have a vendetta, but they don't. But maybe it's because she's depicting them as the villains they turn into from the beginning.
Maybe you're right about that. Huh. Well. Oh yeah, the original release date for the second one was the 14th of September. Obviously not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Any more thoughts on it?
It was strange. It was an experience.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Scenes that are quite evocative, like they have stuck, like as we say, sugar pulling out her eyes and stuff. It is quite graphic for something about teddies.
Yeah, I think Brian would agree as well. That's why he's tuning it out with music.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. I don't know if I found it intriguing or not. I was confused, so was it logical or was it not? I don't know. I haven't done Core Pile because I haven't done Core Pile since like August. So I don't know what it would come out at in Core Pile, because I remain confused about how I feel about it. Was I intrigued or not? Did I find it logical, or was I far too confused? Was I supposed to like the characters? Because I really didn't. I don't know. Atmosphere, yeah, I'll give that a 9.
Atmosphere, definitely a 9. Yeah. No, you ask all the right questions, and so does VP. Question of the day: do you still trust your own teddies? I mean, you do.
I do.
Good. I'm glad I didn't ruin it for you.
My teddies are the best.
Oh, I wish I had snuggled some of your teddies today. I mean, the past few days, but I didn't.
You could have done it today, though. You were here this morning.
I was literally there today. Oh my gosh. It flies by.
It flies by. Oh, well, do we have anything else to say?
I probably did, like right after reading it, but I just haven't retained my full opinions on it. Talking about it has helped me remember some of the stuff for sure, but for sure. But I'm just like still for sure. But yeah, nothing else.
But yeah.
But yeah, I promise we will most likely have way more to say about Winter House, because I have read it before and I've forgotten quite a lot of this one, but that's because it's been a year and a half, not because I found it confusing. But yes, so I'm excited to reread this one.
I am as well. And are we going to play games in the Winter Live show?
Oh yes, because there is fun games in each chapter heading. Yeah, like little word games and stuff. So I'm going to see if I can try and think of some games we can play. And also, Danny had a great idea of making the hot chocolate that's in this like a different kind of hot chocolate to usual. So if we make the hot chocolate that's in this, then maybe that'll be great. I will tweet it out and announce it and stuff. So
cool.
Yes.
Right. Does anyone in the comments have any like last thoughts or final questions or anything? I feel like we have been super quick on this. Like it's only 54 minutes, but
to be fair, it's a short book as well. Like I don't think
book. Yeah.
But we did scratch the surface on some things, and as Jess said it best, Animal Crossing time.
Yeah. Always.
It's always
I'm so into Happy Home Paradise. I feel like I'm just gonna binge that game.
Yeah, I think you are as well.
I really think I am.
But we'll have to keep up. Well, you will keep us updated on like Twitch and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone didn't know, I've revived my Twitch.
JD Ray Plays.
JD Ray Plays. However, I feel like most of you were there, and most of you were probably gifted subs by Cece.
Oh, yeah. Good old Cece. Thank you, Cece.
Cece is the best. And Pris, again, doing her job.
And doing it well.
Favorite killer doll movie? I don't watch horror movies.
Oh, I'm trying to remember some now. I did like the Chucky remake, or like the Chucky reboot. That was a couple of years ago. I did like that. It was funny but weird and horrific at the same time. Don't know about other killer doll. I'm sure there's loads of killer doll movies that I'm forgetting about that I enjoyed. Loads of them. Killer doll movie. I mean, yeah, Child's Play comes up, but at the same time, I'm like, surely there's more. Puppet Master wasn't the big. Well, actually, I don't know if I've seen that one. The Doll Master, The Pit, the Boy. I watched The Boy. That has Maggie from The Walking Dead in. That was all right. Oh, Dead Silence. I like Dead Silence. That came out a few years ago. Well, 15 years ago. Annabelle. I like the Annabelle movies from the Conjuring universe. I do like them. But yeah, I think those ones. What's yours? What is? Well, not yours. I was asking Ewald Koster.
I don't have one.
Yeah. Annabelle. Yeah, Annabelle's a pretty good one. Dead Silence. I haven't watched in so long. It was so creepy too. So creepy. I'm gonna make Jade watch a horror movie at some point. It's gonna be fun.
Good luck with that.
What if it's my favorite one? I'll show you my favorite horror movie if you show me your favorite. We don't really watch movies that much.
Have you seen all the Studio Ghibli movies?
I believe I've seen pretty much all of them. Yeah, I did have them all on Blu-ray. They're somewhere. Maybe there's an obscure one I haven't seen, like a really obscure one. I think it's called Ocean Waves. I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, I hate that one.
Oh, dear.
Not that one.
Okay, I'll not watch that one then. I'll not watch it then. Maybe not.
The Prestige. I love The Prestige as a movie, which I feel like a lot of people haven't heard of.
I've not heard of it.
You have heard of it?
No, I haven't. But yeah, Jade, join our Scream Marathon.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, Jess, she said yes.
I did not.
She did.
Jake said he's still waiting for you to do the washing up.
Well, he'll be waiting a very, very long time.
Waiting.
He'll be waiting as long as he waits for his tea. Not gonna lie.
That's the end of this stream. Bye. Hey, Nina loves The Prestige. Yes.
Yeah, Scream isn't scary anymore, but I love it. It's such a good film. I just love Scream. It is fun, yeah. It's fun. It was scary when I watched it when I was too young to watch it. But it's just such a good, clever mystery horror kind of thing. It was good. Some good death scenes. Hey, Jake. Still wearing Jade's dressing gown, I see. Suits you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're wearing pants.
He's about to clash you then.
I genuinely thought, I was like, looking there, I was like, he's wearing pants, yeah. Good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we will wrap it up here because we don't have much more to say. But thanks for coming and kind of hashing this one out with us and trying to work out what we thought of it.
Yeah.
It seems like we will perhaps read the sequel more than we initially anticipated. Yeah. But remember to join us next time for Winter House. Read your copy in the next month. Yes. Join us for our cozy night whenever that is.
Yes.
And yeah, we will see you there.
Bye.
Goodbye.